Hello everyone and welcome back. Oh, I'm going to shut the cheering up. Welcome back to another Voxedit tutorial session, MetaWiser. Hello. And you're calling me Pandita. That's what Kaki calls me. Kaki calls me Pandita. But yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you doing? I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Hey, Hyena. I have absolutely nothing planned for you guys today, so I want to know, what is it that you want me to teach you for today's tutorial? Because I have zero planned. I was like, yeah, I'm doing the tutorials on Thursday, don't worry about it, guys. And I have been so busy putting together videos ready for the future and redoing a video because I realized I didn't have the latest version of what I was doing a video of, so then I had to redo it. And after that, I wasn't keen on editing after just finishing editing. So I've been editing earlier this morning, which is why I'm late to do this. But also, why I don't have anything planned. So what do you guys want a tutorial session on? Like, literally, and it would learn how to create animation, like, for a head asset. Okay. Oh, okay, in all fairness, wait. So, going off of that, I did think perhaps maybe I could show you guys how to do, like, eyelids and things like that. I thought that might be fairly cool. Maybe if, like, adding some hair that can move on the asset to change colors or move it around. Calling your friends. Is it really? Oh! In Spanish. Oh, okay. That's fair enough. I had no idea. Oh. But yeah, so we could animation, always good. Yeah, I could do some little bits on animation. So we'll do it on a head. By Hyena, by like how to create animation like for a head asset. I mean, are you wanting just a head asset or animation for a head on a body? Because we have the templates for that. I'm just guessing you want sort of more animation on that. So we'll do a few things. I think we can do that. We can definitely do that. And we can generally talk about bits and pieces. And in fact, we could probably, if you've got entries for the Easter contest, maybe I can, like, if you want to send me images or like a little gift of what you've created, maybe I can give you a little bit of feedback. I think you still have some time. I can't remember how long the Easter... Nope, that's not the Medium article. Hello. You have 2 days. So yeah, you still have two... Oh no, submissions close tomorrow. Sorry guys, I've got to quickly read this. This is work. This is work related. Oh, okay, right. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't need to read it. So we'll do a bit of that if you guys. So there's still like a day. So if you want like a little bit of feedback on your submissions for the Easter contest, I'm always learning, but out of ideas. So I prefer you choose topics today. I choose the topics every time. Okay, so create new asset. Voxedit. The Thursdays. And we'll have face. I'll call it face. I started with a template, and for create the shape is kind of okay. Animate a crown, changing colors. Oh, okay. Moving like little fairies. I could not. Okay. So you want a little bit like what I've done with my fairy that I give out, where I can't even remember where she is, so let's not even get into that. But firstly, we are going to import... Please tell me I've got the medium human. Where are you? Import hierarchy. Where is... That should be... Where's my medium human gone? Humans. Standard. There we go. I need to change that. then. So we've got unlocked, which you would need to do. Now, I am going to do a huge disclaimer here. As we all know, the medium humans, they are not avatars. You cannot use them as your avatars. In the future, we will have avatars back within the templates for you to create. But I do need to do like a little disclaimer that if you use the unlocking way on an avatar template, it will work the same as equipment. So you would, as we all know, equipment, we should not unlock the equipment, because what does that do? I'm actually asking you guys. I'm asking you like a teacher. I'm calling on the class. What happens when we unlock one of the equipments? I am legit asking. I'm gonna wait, and I can drink my tea while I wait for you to reply. Come on, guys. Don't feel shy. Someone put their hand up and say, what happens when we unlock an equipment piece? Hey, Mirasin. Anybody? No? Okay. I know there's a little bit of a delay. I don't think there was this much of a delay. Come on, guys. I've told you so many times. No idea. Oh no, sorry, I feel horrible for not having the answer. Oh gosh, the universe explodes. Okay, right. Oh, you're all naughty. Detention for all. No, I have, right, so one, Farhad, I feel like you're new, so that's absolutely fine that you don't know. Feel like you're new, but oh my gosh, some of you guys, you should know. Naughty, naughty, naughty children. What happens is, with the equipment, so the templates up here, with the headpiece, chest piece, arms, legs, blades, shields, these are all equipment. These are what can be equipped onto your avatar within games and things like that. If you do the unlocking that I just did, then it will change it from equipment to just an entity, and you will no longer be able to equip it. This is the same thing that will happen when they put the avatars back on for templates. So you never, ever, ever, ever do any unlocking of these top ones, because then they will not be equipment. Don't do it. You will not be able to equip them onto your avatars or whatever within your games. You will not be able to pick them up and wear them or hold them or use them. They will just be classed as an entity, like a normal room asset. They will just be a display feature. And that will be the same for the avatars. If you unlock them, you will effectively be turning it back into a medium NPC human. So all of these, small human, medium, large, blah, 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 these are all NPCs. You can unlock them the way I've shown you. They will always just be NPCs in the future when avatars are there. Disclaimer that if you do try to unlock it the way that I've been doing it here, you will then be taking that avatar tag away from it, okay? Oh, hyena, that's nice. I like what you did there. Makes the movie fairies changing little voxels but can't. I did the wings as a chest piece and the chocolate chips swords as a weapon. That's cool. I like that. It's quite nice. Okay, teacher, we will never do that. Good. Good. Now that you have all learnt. In the comment, I put the assets. In the... Oh, yeah. I see now. But then, well, what you're wanting to do, if you're wanting to do it as like a back piece, chest piece, and all of that stuff, then that will go through a different phase of if you just want to make an NPC type character. Now, what you can do is in your games, you can force a user to use an NPC as their character, but that will never be an avatar usable within other people's games. It will be limited to just your game that they would play as that character. Wow, early stream. No, so I've missed, I think I've missed two. I missed last week's and I think I did miss the week before. or at least a week. I don't know, but I've definitely missed 2. It's usually actually earlier than this. It's an hour earlier than this. I do a morning tutorial stream, but what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna do eyelids on this guy. I'm gonna change the head a little bit. And change it a little bit. So I'm gonna keep the skin tone, why not? Because we don't need to do too much, but I like to just give my characters a little bit more. We're also going to, we're gonna change the mouth as well. So I am gonna do like a little bit of, in fact, we're not gonna have a mouth there, so we're not having a mouth. Yes, I know it's weird, but bear with me. And I need to stop giving all my characters, like, basically green eyes. They all end up with green eyes. And gonna give this one sort of longer hair. Make it a little bit more female, because I'm going for more of a female look on this one. Put that in. Just doing just a few things, and I'm going to show you just a few little tips that you can do to give your character a little bit more to it. Okay, right, I think this hairstyle pretty much absolutely fine. There we go. Right, great. Lovely. So we've not got a mouth, and I've not got a pupil for the eyes, and we haven't got eyelids. I need to know what colour. Okay, so her skin tone is an F9C, so we need to remember that. Trim your volumes, and we'll go out. So, doesn't look too creepy. You know, there's no actual mouth, but it's not too creepy. Animate the wings and crown like flying fairies, and cannot idea how to. Okay, so hyena, that's more of something that I would do in terms of, well, there's 2 ways. Do you want it to be NPC, or do you want it to be a piece of equipment that people can wear? That's my question to that, because one, you could actually watch back one of my very, very old live streams that I did, like one of my first lot, where I actually created a fairy live on stream and did all of and that's on a small human size, and did all the animation for her wings and all of that. I did all of that, how to build it. I did all of that live on stream. If you want it to be done as like a chest piece that would be equipment to be worn, then I'll make that into a separate video. It will be a very similar process, but I can make it into a non-playable character. So do you want it as an equipment, or do you want it more on the character? So do you want it done as equipment like you've done it, or do you want something more like what I've already created? That's not the right one. Here she is. Something more like this. This is an NPC, non-playable character. So you can't play as her. She's just in the world as on the character. So you want it on the character. Hey, then I am, because I'm not gonna do. I could potentially do a little bit. We'll see how much time we have. But I will just quickly try and find that live stream for you to go watch that. Just in case I don't get to it. And I do still need to make a couple of fairies, which will probably be on my more extended live streams, because these ones are more just like tutorial standard based things. My live streams are when I go and create my own assets for my own game, and I do have more fairies I do need to create. So, yeah. Good. I'm just gonna have a look. Yeah, there we go. I found it. Right, let me just grab this live stream. And, yeah, this is a live stream on me making a fairy. I hope that everything's in there. If not, it'll probably be on, like, a part 2. Something like that. In fact, while I'm on this, add that. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to come off of this. For this, I'm just going to do a few things. I'm going to show you how you can do animations based on, like, we're going to do some eyelids, we're going to do a mouth animation, we're going to do some eye pupils as well, and a color changing crown. That's what we've got planned here. So I'm going to do new, and I'm going to call this eyelid. And I haven't got the right color tones. I want to go for the one, that's her tone, so I want to go for the one above that, so I'm going to copy. Go here, and all we want is, well, one, I want the color. So all I want is a 2x3, I think it is. Could, well, 1, 2, yeah, 2x3. I think is the correct size. And then we're going to set this at the top and at the back. Actually, no, middle's fine. Having it on the middle is absolutely fine. And then we're going to go to the head. Because we've unlocked it, we can now add other child nodes to this. So we can create child node, and we're going to do eyelid 1. And we're going to just position this, make sure everything looks right as well. Oh. Okay. There. Right, so we got the eyelid, and what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna push it right against there for a second. We're gonna duplicate this, and call this eyelid number 2. I'm going to move it over here. Now, I don't want the eyelids to be present the whole time, so I'm just going to move them inside the body, making sure our arrowhead is on that 0 mark. Can request armor, helmet, are there utility slots like necklace, belts, are hand, leg, boots, armors on side only? Oh, one side only? No, so you can make them look however you want them to look. Like, you would... So where those little blue dots are, they are just there as sort of like a base area for you to understand where you can place assets and build your model around it. But no, you can do whatever you want for them, just as long as they look good. Always play test these in the Game Maker, please. I don't think we've got shortcuts for... No, we don't have shortcuts for things like that. So you would have to click the little menu and press duplicate the nodes. There's not like any copy and paste shortcuts. Yeah. Alright, and then we're gonna do the mouth real quick. So new, and we're gonna add a mouth. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Set to floor. Once again, off of the head, another child node. Create mouth. So really, you need to be thinking about how you're doing your skeletons and how you're setting up all your nodes and everything. So the reason... This is why I strongly suggest so many people always, please do just generally look at all the templates and how they're set out. We always have a controller. You should always have a controller or a control node, just something where if you need to reposition it, that you move everything all together rather than needing to move each piece individually. And then straight from the controller, we have the hip, and then everything else comes off of the hip. So off of the hip goes the belly, then the belly is the parent node to the chest up here, and then the chest is the parent node to the head. From there, I've added other ones. So we've got the eyelids and the mouth. Going from there, if you're going to do like a crown or something on your NPC, you would also add that to the head. And that's so any movement done by the parent is also done by the child node that is attached to it. So if the head's moving, it makes sense that your mouth and your eyelids are going to move with it. Whereas if we've got the mouth connected to the belly, then that means like the mouth is now going to move when the belly does. Or, yeah, belly's down here. Or you don't want it connected to the left arm, you want it connected to the head. That's literally where it is attached, unless, you know, you might not be from planet Earth, in which case... oh, I can't even say it, never mind. Joke's gone. Joke's gone. Working on your Easter entry, first time I do anything in Voxedit, and actually first time I do anything in 3D and animated, very cool. Awesome! Hey, J King, 5:30 in the morning. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. So we've done that, and I am now also going to add a pupil to the eye. Although the eyes look very nice how they are. That's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to duplicate the mouth as well. So I'm going to duplicate. Now, whatever you do to the duplicated one also happens. So if you want maybe 2 tones for the mouth, so if I go, I've named it, I'm going to rename it mouth 2. Whoops. Mouth 2. So this is like, you know, go up and down, but potentially you might want it to look a slight different shade. So we would need to copy over in our library. We'd copy a mouth number 2, and maybe we would make this one just maybe a tad bit darker in shade. And then all we would do is find our mouth number 2, move that over there. Now we do have an issue with Z fighting, so you would essentially just move it out and to the side slightly so we don't get that issue. And then you can obviously move it up and down. Generally, this is not the sort of color tones I usually use. I would probably use like a teeth type color or a skin based tone for that. I'm not actually keen on how that's looking, but at least it can give you a general idea. I actually think I preferred just both mouths on that one. I've messed it up. There we go. And we could just move it up and down as if she's talking. For animation. Just leave it there. Alright, so we want the pupil. Oh, have I missed anything? PG Live, any giveaway? Not for this morning's one, no. It is incredibly rare that my 1 hour stream will have a giveaway in it. Sorry, guys. Sorry, it's because I'm mostly concentrating on giving you, you know, content on exactly, you know, how to create things, and a more tutorial based stream compared to my evening extended streams that are, you know, I'm trying to show you how to use Voxedit, use the tools, but we're having a laugh and a little bit more light and friendly and chat about pretty much everything. Not that we can't chat about anything here. Let's do pupil 1. Right. Now, I've done this before where I've not been keen on the fact that I've used black, and I've ended up changing it to like a similar color to the eye. I actually don't like it. I'm going to duplicate it. think it actually needs to be lighter. I'm not gonna lie. I think it needs to be like a lighter green. Nope, not that light. Definitely not that light. That still looks weird. I think if I did the whole eye, it might be better. I'm gonna try that. Not 4, 2. 2 by 2. Nope. Height 2. Not too wide. And I'll go for like a... back of green. Trim it. Set to floor. Just see how that looks in comparison. And then let's just go back to the head. I'm going to just recolor this whole area in white, just on this one eye, just so I can see what it looks like. And let's position you correctly. Yeah, I think... I feel like that with maybe this one doing the movement, maybe. Maybe that's where I've gone wrong. We just need this one. Wait, let's try that. I'm going to try that on this side. So I'm going to go to this. To do this whole area in the darker green. And to copy, call this pupil 2. Then delete. So you gotta play around sometimes. It's like, I'm sure I've got this. I have not got this. Grab pupil number 2. Right, and then from here, yeah, I think I like that more. Which one do you guys like more? Has Alex spilled the beans on what's happening, what he's planning for this Saturday? No. Has he? I don't think so. I don't know. Was there something planned? Nope, no beans. No beans have been spilt. There we go. Absolutely no beans. No beans have been spilt. Egg hunts. Oh, yeah, because it's Easter. Oh, maybe he is doing something special. I didn't even think of that. Oh, that reminds me, just in case you guys, you know, weren't here for the Monday Sandbox official stream, I won't be streaming the Voxedit stuff on Monday. We're going to have a day off. To have 100 sand ready, plus ETH and gas. What does he have planned? No, I'm not. In all fairness, in the group chat that we're all in, I have barely been paying attention. Sorry. Right, yeah, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with this. This is the green. Right there. And I'm going to delete this one. We're just going to put pupil right there. I'm also going to change where that is, because it should be in the middle. I'm going to position this so it's correct. There. Right. Guys are now looking at us fairly normal. Okay, so that's how we've got a mouth now. So I've shown you guys how we can make 2 mouths so we can do animation. Like, hello, how are you doing today? Very fine, fellow. Got eyes, so we can do eye movements. Now I'm going to add a hat, and I'm going to show you how you can do color changes in certain ways. Oh, yeah, he put like a color purple. I don't know. I don't know what he's up to. Till now, how much you earn from Sandbox? So that, I'm gonna be honest, so I am an artist within the creator fund, so what I earn is going to be significantly different to what other people earn, and also different to what other people in the creator fund earn. It all varies because I'm not just a creator fund artist, I am an employee with the Sandbox as well. I don't have the same amount of assets every single month that I need to produce because I do have other responsibilities within Sandbox. So some people that might just be doing the creator fund on pretty much full time may be earning more money than I do. In fact, I hope they do more money than I do. So yeah, it varies. I've earned, and also when you sell your assets, you sell it in sand. So I've sold some things in sand when sand was quite high, like at the $5-6 mark. I've sold things when sand was low, below $1. So it varies. I can't be like, oh, this is the. Technically, I could probably go through all of the transactions and work out exactly my income from the Sandbox. I'm not going to. Can you copy paste animations from a talking animation onto a talking with hand gesture animation? So yeah, so let's just say you're like, okay, I'm just gonna make a mouth animation, la di da. We're gonna have this. Mouth goes up. We're gonna have it pause there for a second. This little diamond, super handy down here. And then we go la-di-da, back down, back up, down, up. Then like she's shouting at you a little bit. Back up. And then to make it nice and neat, I copy the start animation and I have it end at that point. Okay, and then what you can do is, I've actually done this on like Idle or something, you can highlight this entire area and copy that, and then let's say, I think there is like a salute one. Where's the salute? S. Is it alphabetical? It is, right. So then we go to salute and I can click paste right there. So now on an animation that is already present, I've copied and pasted this. And so we've got the talking, which doesn't work fully because I haven't got the other mouth there. So this mouth, my bad, the animation goes to there. We've got to close that keyframe. The top bit of the mouth stays in the same place. My bad. Copy. Whoops, where are you? Idle. Idle. I've got to go to idle. Click this one. Where's mouth number 2? Sorry. Go to this. Copy. Click, copy. Go back down to our salute. Come on. I've gone past it. It was like looking at the S's. Where are you? There it is. Right, salute. We click paste. There we go. Now we've got this animation where she's talking. Now, the important thing with any animation that you do, and please keep this in mind, any animation you do, regardless of if there's movement on certain nodes, take your arrowhead to the very last animation line and press this diamond to close all of those keyframes, okay? We also need, and a quick thing, so as you can see, we haven't got the pupils there. So if we go to idle, and we've now got the pupils there. So I'm going to click send to all, and it will send that position to every single animation. So go there, send to all, because these are all, you know, new things that I've added. So send to all for that one. And the mouth is already gone there. So then if I go to salute, I've gone past again. Why is eyelid 2 not where it should? Pupil number 2. And they've moved. Cool. Alright, I'll figure that out. Don't worry. But yeah, you should be able to send it to all. Where's oh, I've lost them all. Where ABC there. Right. Beautiful. To be able to add Panda, can you no, you can't. No. No. One voxel will always just be one voxel. So you can't do like half a voxel or anything like that. So one voxel will always just be one voxel. Right, so we need a crown. So we're gonna do crown on the head. Now, there's two ways we could either make it a separate hat or we could make it part of her head. For this, I'm going to do it as a separate hat. So we're going to create a node. We've got crown down here. And we need a crown. So crown. Now, this is going to be a super standard crown. Mainly because I cannot remember the size of the head or anything like that. So this is going to be fun. We're going to go, whoops. I want my pencil tool. I'm going to go round. And then have this bit. It's going to come up. That's a little point right there. And then down the middle. Do the same right here. It's a little one right there. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll go for red. So we'll go for like a ruby type color. And we're going to place that right there. This one is going to go there, that there, and then this one right there. Should have kept the thing on. And then down the bottom, we're going to go for these colors. I'm actually going to turn the brightness on for this. So that pop those. I hope I've not got to change too much of this, honestly. There we go. Right, so we got our little diamonds going across. This is gonna be too big, I'm sure, but we've got the crown. Please at least be too big. Yep, the crown is huge. Crown is absolutely massive, but we're going to just fully ignore the fact that this crown is. I can't ignore that. That's ridiculous. So instead, I'm going to delete all of this. I did not like that. But at least now I've got the ghost to work with. So I've got the ghost of her head to work with. And we're going to go to pen tool. Have it go right. Oh, hello. Right there, around. There we go. Lovely crown. Creep it up just a little bit. I won't be able to keep watching the lesson. I have to go take care of your son right now. We'll be watching the recording later for sure. No problem, Meta. Have fun with your small human or large. I don't know how old your son is. Have fun with your son. No worries. No, the Creator Fund is currently closed. We are focusing more on preparing for the open, the user-generated content. So basically the open marketplace. That is what we are preparing for. Right, there we go. So I'm going to go back to this. This is just meant to be me showing you how to do certain things, so I'm not going to make it as pretty as last time. So this just isn't as pretty. Right. And I chose which number 3. Okay, so we'll trim it. Looks like it fits her head much better now. And kind of, yeah. I mean, we got a little bit of Z fighting. I might as well just delete parts of her hair for this bit. There we go. And I think that was the biggest Z fighting issue I could see. Well, there's a bit of a gap at the back. Can make her head just bigger at the back, it's fine. Got all this extra hair. There we go. Lovely. Right. There. Crown fits her head. Lovely. Right. What you want to do, though, is maybe you want the rubies inside to every now and again sparkle. What we're going to do is do new, and we're just going to call this ruby. And we're going to take our red colour and make it just a 2x2 because that's the biggest size that we made the ruby areas. Can you add nodes to equipment template? Yes, you can. You 100% can. And we're going to press this diamond. I have a whole thing on equipment. I will link you the shield one I did. Sorry, I just like silent burped in my throat there, so sorry about that. I'm gonna grab that for you guys. Here it is. I really need to get back to doing some of my YouTube stuff. I am so behind on YouTube. I am sorry, guys. I've been doing all these lives for you, but like no actual proper main content. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. And then what I'm going to do from the crown is going to have its own child nodes because these are attached to the crown. We want it to move with the crown. Maybe you'll do an animation where she'll pick the crown up off of her head, which means anything like the rubies that we're going to be doing, you want attached to it. So we're going to have ruby 1. Fine, that's mouth, not ruby. Here's the ruby. And we need to get this positioned. Do the crown. See, right there. And then what we can do is we can do animations where this can come out so it can sparkle every now and again if you really want it. Oh, that's a 1. Okay, so I didn't think about that, but I can duplicate it for the other 2. Ruby 2 and duplicate. Actually, no, I'm not. Ruby 2 will be duplicated. I'm going to move it here. We've got to now rotate this bad boy. Hold shift to be... Why are you working? Hold shift to rotate it. And then if you... Basically, because of where it's positioned, you are going to want to have this hidden sort of like below it. So right below, directly below and inside. And now it's hidden. And then I'm going to duplicate this one. So we'll call this ruby 3. And because it's directly opposite this one, we can just move it over. It's right there, so we can hide it now directly inside. So when we do animation, 1, I'm going to just send to all. So that is inside that crown for all of those times. Send to all. So if we switch... There we go. Crown is on her head. Crown on head. Crown on head. Right. Crown is on her head for every place. Really don't know why the pupil didn't go to where I wanted it to go. Send to... Send to all. And... Now the mouth and everything. There we go. Lovely. The mouth has been sent to all. So when we're on high, the mouth is take from our idle animation. We've got a whole mouth movement going on here. We can highlight all of this. Copy, go over to high and click paste. And now we have that whole movement happening. This could be actually speaking while saying hi. Let's go for the high on the crown. We're going to go here. So I'm going to press this diamond, so the ruby won't be showing for that amount of time, and then a single keyframe if we're trying to make it just appear. Single keyframe. So it just like, it's like it turns on. And then we're going to leave it for a little bit, press this again, single keyframe. We're going to just push back on the inside, have it stay like that, single keyframe, paste. Have that out for a little bit, then back in. Just test this out. Okay, it's a little bit fast with the movement. Probably gonna make it last a little bit longer on. So this is, it stays, so it comes on. We'll have it go to about there, so it stays on for that amount of time, stays off, comes back on. There we go. Right, let's just test that. There we go. So it's a little bit slower this time. It comes on, comes off. Other things you can do, maybe you want this character to have like a small beauty mark, but you don't want a whole voxel. What you can do is do, I'm just going to call it spot. And I'm not going to get my usual palette. I'm just go off of this. One voxel. And I'm going to position it. I've got to get this right. I think having it positioned there is the right place to position it. We're going to do off of the head. Create a child node. Beauty spot. Find our spot. We've got so many now coming off of here. There's beauty spot. Got a lot happening on the head. And what we're going to do is we're going to want to get this positioned. So this, there, right, that's really low down. Right, so we don't want this big whole voxel. We could have done that ourselves. What we do want is just part of it. So there's a couple of ways you can rotate it, maybe this way, and sort of like push it in so it just sort of like appears. Maybe you want it more lengthways. Oops. So let's go back here. So maybe I want to have it so it's more this way. Go out with maybe some of the shapes. A little bit, you can do something like that. Why you click on the parts and send to all. So the reason I click send to all is because I'm working on what used to be the medium human template, and I've got all of the animations. So I know I'm a little bit in the way, but I've got all of the animations. If I don't click send to all, see that beauty mark I've just done? It's now no longer there. So when you've got everything positioned, where did I do you? I did you on high. So when we've got everything positioned, we're on high. I've positioned this beauty mark right here, this beauty spot. We've got that right there. So if I click idle, it's now no longer there. Idle 1, idle 2, idle combat. The beauty spot is not there. So if we want it to appear in the same place where we've just positioned it, got it all set up, we click send to all, because it sends that selected keyframe to all animations at that point. So at the 0 point, it will send it there for all of them. So now we have it right there. Oh, there you go. Little Legion answered. Thank you, Little Legion. That's really nice. But also, yes, I did probably need to explain this in case anybody watches the replay. Even have it like a tiny, tiny little mark right there. And just send to all. So it goes that keyframe. We want it like under the eye. right there. That actually looks really pretty. There we go, center all. I like this random character I didn't plan on creating at all. I'm now gonna have to make her into something. Been on this lives to learn. I do motion graphics and I'm fluid with After Effects. Away person. But been learning Voxedit since January. That's cool. If we build on a gorilla template but enlarge the parts and want to create a larger creature, is there a way to enlarge, respace all the... So when you... Wait, I honestly, I barely ever enlarge things like that, so you would do the... You're going to have to play about a little bit, because I've done things where I've made them slightly smaller and moved the pivots. What you would want to do is be inside of this, and you want to readjust where your pivot is. Now, this does obviously mean the pivot motions for certain things will be a little bit out, and you might need to readjust some of those animations. But I would say it's easier to do that than it is to redo all the animations themselves. So you might have to go through all the animations to make sure it looks right, but when, like, just on whatever you're doing, you can move the pivot and it'll move the pivot for all of them. Once you've moved the pivot, you've moved the pivot. But yes, I've done things where I've had to spend a lot of time readjusting. Little bits and pieces like that. I've had to spend like a lot of time readjusting. Right, have I done... I've got like 5 minutes left. So I've shown you... Oh, wait, I didn't even really show you animation on eyelids. So let's just do the eyelids. So she's talking. And then let's just have our eyelid. We'll just slowly... Whoops. Didn't realise it was quite there. What I'm going to do is a slight tilt to it. And I just kind of like close. Can do is probably at this point her head is fine, and then her head goes down as if she sneezed, stays down for a few seconds, and then goes back up to its original point, with the eyelid also kind of half snapping back up. Oh. Ah! There. It's more like she's winking a little bit rather than sneezing, but there you go. There's a little animation on eyelids right there as well. And I can't... What did I do? Did I do her high animation for her crown? Is that on high? If I click crown, there we go. So once again, gonna click this, click copy, gonna go over to the idle, and gonna paste all that there. So the crown also does the flittering thing too. Needs a head tilt, winking, nice, thanks. I'm just trying to show you a few things. Obviously, if I had an idea exactly what I wanted to make, then this would be different. Right, so we're going to go over just a few of the things that I've mentioned already today, which is ask the question to the group again. All right, once again, the equipment templates, so the headpiece, the chest piece, swords, shields, all of that, why do we not unlock it? What happens if we unlock it? Why do we not unlock equipment-based assets? And it's almost been an hour, so my tea is cold, and now I'm sad. If we unlock the equipment template, the item breaks. Technically, kind of, but no. It will be an entity, not an asset. There we go. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Yay! And no longer equipable. Okay, yeah, so technically the item, Little Legion, you're not wrong, but you're not exactly right. Romario, Raven, that's now your name because I literally cannot say Romario, sorry. But technically, you don't actually break the item, you would just turn it into an entity, not an equipment. If you unlock it, it won't be equipable. There we go. Yay! You guys did so much. In all fairness, you guys did so much better than the group earlier. The group earlier they were like, we don't know. Someone said the universe explodes, which I found hilarious. But yes, you guys did much better. So yes, if you want to equip the equipment items, do not unlock them. You can do animations, you can add child nodes to them, stuff like that. I've got videos on it. So very well done, guys. That's why we don't do that. Next thing, whenever you do any animation, the key thing you need to remember to do is take your little arrowhead to the very end of your animation, to where your animation stops, and we press this diamond button so everything ends there. Now, as we can see, there's no like lines here. We've got lines here. They're your movement lines. We can obviously change it the way things move. For this, I've just done linear movements. I could change it a little bit maybe later on. But yes, but this, obviously, when there's no line or nothing in a little square box, that means there is no movement happening. But to make it work properly in the Game Maker, make sure you are closing those animations. And you need to do it for all of them. All of them. Every single one. You go through and you find the end of that animation and you press your little button, and you do that. Remember, if you are adding additional nodes, think about where they are placed on the body and where the child node should be attached to. So the mouth, the eyelids, the beauty spot, the crown, they should be all attached to the head. If the head moves, they should be moving. They should be attached to the head. Loop area, I've messed with it, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Loop. The long way rotation, I believe that isn't working correctly. Do you mean this? Long wave rotation? I assume maybe you mean that. We listen what you say. Thank you, Raven. Zoom. Right beneath the zoom area. Oh! Okay. So, if you turn it on, you need to press it. We've done this before because I totally didn't realize. I was like, I don't think the loop area works. So, you actually need to press this and it will loop that part of the animation. So it'll just loop that section. If I go here, it'll just loop that end section. But you need to actually turn it on with the little I button. That's what that does. It loops like just that section. So if I go over here and I just loop, there's nothing actually happening there. Let's go to idle one. If I just like loop this section, press this, it'll only play that over and over again. I can extend it. Move it. But yes, there's a little I button. It is, in all fairness, I didn't realise until far later than I probably should have done about that. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much that. I will obviously be back this evening. Yeah, I'll be back this evening with our extended edition. I feel like I need to now make this person an actual character. Because I actually really like her and her cute little beauty mark. So yeah, she's now gonna be a character for sure. Need to change her a little bit, give her a little bit more character. But yeah, she's now 100% gonna be part of it. So it doesn't necessarily save it like that. It's mainly for yeah, it's just for editing purposes. Yeah, it doesn't save it like that. Your animations are just what your animations are over here. It won't, it's not like you click to just view that looped area. It's like, look, I can turn that off. It doesn't mean that when it's exported to the marketplace, it's going to be missing her hips. It is just for you, yeah, for editing purposes. Right, guys, I am finishing. I'm gonna have some lunch. It's now lunchtime, and I gotta get on with editing and making some more videos for later today. Not late. I gotta do stuff. I've got work to do, people. But I will be back on this evening, 6 p.m. UTC, which is 7 p.m. my time, and we'll be doing like 4 hours. 4 hours. Of Voxel goodness. I might also pop into Game Maker just because I didn't get a chance to on Tuesday. As always, where is my ending thing? As always, and you can see my green screen isn't properly covering, so ignore that. In fact, I'll put my arm here. Now you can't see. Oh, wait. There we go. As always, have a good... No, this looks stupid. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the metaverse. And I will hopefully see you later today. Goodbye. Oh, no, I haven't done my end screen. Shh. Pretend that I've gone. Pretend I've gone. Right, there we go. Goodbye. Thanks, guys. Hope to see you next time.